going on, boils and ghouls? It's your pal JT of the Dead here. Got an after Christmas update here for you. Been laying around the house, been off work for a few days, so I've been watching a lot of stuff that I got for Christmas, so I figured I would update everybody on what all I got. So without further ado, let's get into it. First, I'll show this right here. Got this. My old lady got this for me. It's new Fangoria. Got an article about the Black Swan, which I really want to see. I haven't got to see yet. No theater around is carrying it, and it's actually got a lot of good articles about some stuff in here. I'm gonna start picking these up. Maybe start talking about them. What I was in them each month or something. Pretty decent horror magazine. I know it's went downhill over the years from what it used to be, but still cool, But I got a stack of stuff here to show you guys. I got Blu-ray and DVD, no VHS this time. This is pretty much all stuff I got for Christmas. Some I got before Christmas. So let's go ahead and get into it. You got Spider-Man 3 on Blu-ray. Yeah, of course, this isn't the best of the Spider-Man movies or even the best superhero movie. But like I mentioned a few videos ago, I've been trying to kick my superhero collection back up, and Spider-Man's a good way to start off. I haven't got to see this on Blu-ray yet, see what it looks like. So, haven't got to keep the quality, but it's 2 discs. I think maybe some special features on there. Probably a digital copy, because I don't know why they do that. But, Spider-Man. This next one, I know you guys might chuckle at me for this one, but we got Beauty and the Beast here. This actually, I bought this for my wife for Christmas, so it's actually hers, but I must say, this looks amazing on Blu-ray, like it was shot yesterday, pretty much. It's 3 discs, lots of special features, and I mean, if you're a kid of the 80s, 70s, probably 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s, you love good Disney cartoons. Nowadays, it's all animated, Pixar stuff, which is okay, but, it's nothing like old Disney, Beauty and the Beast. Next up here, we have another superhero classic. We got Wolverine Origins, X-Men Origins, I'm sorry, Wolverine. And I thought this was a decent movie after a rewatch. When I first seen it, I didn't really care for it. But after a rewatch, I thought it was pretty decent. And, I hated how they did Deadpool, but, it was still cool to see him, on screen, I guess we'll say, even though he didn't have the mask or anything. And next up here, we have Halloween Deuce. And got some music playing today. But we got Halloween H2, Rob Zombie. I actually picked this up after Christmas, I think. Or maybe before, I can't remember. But I got this at a pawn shop for $6, so it's a good deal. I didn't own this, so I didn't really care for this movie, but it's still cool to have on Blu-ray for $6. And I might give it a rewatch. Maybe I'll like it. Who knows? I'm like that. I'll rewatch something and be like, that wasn't that bad this time around, or whatnot. But continuing on, we picked up, got this for Christmas. Got Night of the Demons. Wouldn't really call this a remake, maybe a revamp, or just another addition to the series, because none of the movies really go in sequence or anything like that. But I really enjoyed this. I thought they did a good job with it. A lot of people hated on it, but it felt like a Night of the Demons movie to me. I mean, it's had all the elements, had chicks, rock and roll, dancing. That's essential to these movies, is the demon dance scene. I thought they did a good job with it, and there's a lot of elements of the original movie. So all the haters, that's what I think about that. I don't know if there's any artwork. And these Blu-rays are starting to get pretty nice because they're actually getting some artwork inside the case there, and I'm digging that. I don't know if it's colored or not. No, it's black and white. But, artwork inside the case, that's cool. At least it's not a crappy recyclable piece of shit, And this is the last Blu-ray I got for Christmas. This is The Prowler. Excellent, excellent slasher. Done by Tom Savini, Gore Effects, of course. This is directed by Joseph Zito, who did Friday the 13th Part 4, which is my favorite of the Friday films. And this is a Blue Underground release. Happy to get The Prowler. It looks pretty decent on Blu-ray. I mean, the DVD that I seen of this had a lot of black spots in it, and that was cleaned up pretty nicely on this. I mean, you can see a little bit better. I think the film was just shot in dark spots, though. But, if you're a Tom Savini fan or an 80s slasher fan like I am, you gotta pick up everything 80s slasher, pick that up. Next up here we have Eastbound and Down, some good redneck trash, you know. And I am from the South, so it is what it is. Kenny Powers, I mean, this show is great. I think this is HBO put out. And Danny McBride, he's just redneck trash. It's hilarious. You got Will Ferrell in there and countless other people. If you follow the whole Danny McBride crew, you'll see some familiar faces. This is an excellent show. Definitely pick up the first season. It's hilarious. I can't wait to see the second season. Continuing on, we have, I'm just going to show these kind of quickly. We got X-Men Volume 1 of the 90s, one of my favorite, childhood favorite cartoons ever. Just has a killer intro, just really well done artwork. In vein of the comic of the 90s, the characters were pretty much the same as the comic, so you know it was really cool. 2 discs, got 16 episodes on there. Then we got Volume 2, X-Men. Thought it said something else on the front. I was like, what the? But this is the one that starts the Phoenix Saga, which is a 5-part saga, and I can remember watching this on TV when it first came out. And I mean, this is just a really well done cartoon, guys. I mean, if you're a fan of comics, X-Men, anything, Spider-Man, whatever, just check this out because you'll enjoy it. I recommended it to one of my buddies who's a huge comic fan. He's a little bit younger than I am, and he'd never seen it. Surprisingly, because he grew up in the 90s also, but I turned him on to it, so he enjoyed it. And we got the 3rd volume here. I think there's 5 volumes out, so we'll have to get the other 2, but this continues with the Dark Phoenix Saga. And I think this one introduces some new characters in there as well. But I can't wait to check all these out. I'm halfway through the first season of it right now, or volume. Next up here we have Dark Night of the Scarecrow, made for TV, 70s horror film, which was excellent. A lot of people on YouTube were talking about this back when it first came out, because we got like a slew of good releases there in just like a few months. But this is written by J.D. Feigelson, I think that's how you say his name. And I've met him a few times at horror conventions. Really cool guy. I don't have to get him to sign this if I ever come by him again. Excuse me, but just a really well done 70s made for TV horror film, and especially for your Scarecrow movies. The guy that played the Scarecrow, which I don't know if he was in the Scarecrow costume at all times, but he was supposed to be the character, was Dr. Giggles. Can't remember his name. Maybe Larry Drake. I think that's his name. This excellent movie. Check it out. Forever that was not on DVD, and it was really hard to come by. Just bootlegs is all you could find of it, and the VHS was expensive. But next up here, this is one of my favorites I got, and this is The Evil and Twice Dead 2-pack. Now, I used to have Twice Dead on VHS, but I traded it to one of my fellow VHS collector friends for Ghoulies 3 because I knew this was coming out. So I was like, well, I'll just get the DVD. But he's VHS all the way. He's hardcore about it. But I checked out The Evil and actually really enjoyed it. It was kind of a well, I didn't get to finish the end of it because I had to go somewhere, but I will finish it. But it's kind of an Amityville possessed house kind of film, and you know, I dig that. And it has the general from Richard Crenna, I don't really know if that's how you say his name or not, but the general from Rambo. It's cool to see him in another role besides Rambo. You don't come across him often and stuff. I mean, you know, but Twice Dead has awesome gore effects and a pretty cheesy story. It's a college horror film. Next up, we got The Burning, another 80s great slasher in vein of Friday the 13th, which this came out at the same time that the second Friday the 13th did, and they deny having ripped off Friday the 13th. They say the script was written at the same time, blah, blah, blah. But Tom Savini decided to do the effects for this over Friday the 13th Part 2, which I think was a good choice. He did excellent on this. It's just a great movie. This cover blows. But the movie's awesome. Very good gore effects, and it's got the dude from Seinfeld that plays George, young version of him with hair and everything.